Now, welcome back. You're watching News Across Nigeria. The Kwara State government said that and the governor of that state says, that they will embark on civil servants verification exercise for primary school teachers, local government workers, and pensioners as well. More details on that story in just a moment. We'd like to first remind you that you can find all our top stories on our website, channelstv.com, and on youtube.com/channelsweb. Do visit m.channelstv.com to view us live on your mobile device. You can also download the Channels TV app for Android, iOS, and Windows phones from their respective stores. We'd also like to tell you to please interact with the Eyewitness feature in the Channels TV app. If you have pictures or if you have videos you'd like to share with us, tap the app on your device, swipe to reveal the Eyewitness menu, and follow the instructions. And now to the north central region of Nigeria, Kwara State, that story we were just telling you of. The governor, Abdul Fattah Ahmed, has announced that his administration will embark on civil servants verification exercise for primary school teachers, local government workers, as well as pensioners. The aim of it, according to the governor, is to weed out ghost workers in the state civil service. Governor Ahmed also raised concerns over the dwindling resources of the state, which he says is affecting the smooth running of government activities. Take a listen. As the Kwara State Governor Abdul Fattah Ahmed, we're trying to get a soundbite from him to tell us about his intentions concerning weeding out ghost workers that were negatively impacting the running of the government because of all the money that is spent on paying them because they basically don't exist. Now, the Supreme Court has explained why it set aside the judgment of the Akwa Ibom State Governorship Election Tribunal and that of the Appellate Court in a petition filed by the All Progressives Congress and its candidate, Mr. Umana. In a lead judgment delivered by Justice Sentus Waize and unanimously supported by the 7-man panel, the petitioner made allegations of criminal acts but could not prove it beyond reasonable doubt, and that the lower court curiously used a newspaper report to decide on criminal acts, misconceiving the grounds of the appeal of the APC and its candidate. The Apex Court held that the judgment by the tribunal and the appellate courts were not consistent with the law and are accordingly set aside. And staying in the Federal Capital Territory, the federal government has disengaged the heads of 6 information-related parastatals under the Ministry of Information and Culture. Now, the Minister of Information and Culture, Mr. Lai Mohammed, announced the disengagement during a meeting he held with chief executives of the Nigerian Television Authority, the NTA, the Federal Radio Corporation of Nigeria, the FRCN, the Voice of Nigeria, the VON, the News Agency of Nigeria, NAN, the Nigeria Broadcasting Commission, the NBC, and the National Orientation Agency, the NOA. The affected chief executives are the Directors General of the NTA, Mr. Shola Omole, FRCN, Mr. Ladan Salihu, the VON, Mr. Sam Wolu, the NOA, Mr. Michael Mary, the NBC, Mr. Emeka Mba, and the Managing Director of NAN, Mr. Ima Niboro. While thanking them for their service to the nation, the Information Minister asked the disengaged heads to hand over to the most senior officials in their various establishments. And this news is just in. Abike Dabiri has been appointed Senior Special Assistant to the President on Foreign Affairs and Diaspora. A member of the legislature, Abike Dabiri, has been appointed the Senior Special Assistant to the President on Foreign Affairs and Diaspora. The United Nations International Children's Education Fund, UNICEF, Kaduna Field Office, has signed an MOU with the Niger State government on the provision of basic necessities of life for children and women in the state. The Chief Field Officer, Mr. Utpal Moitra, says the MOU will help ensure both parties show commitment during the period of the program. He also maintains that the partnership will cost both parties about 1.3 billion naira, which was shared 60% for UNICEF contribution and 40% counterpart funding by the Niger state government. He noted that the major areas of priority in the MOU were education, health, water resources, that is sanitation, nutrition, and others would have direct benefits and development on the people of Niger State. Governor Abubakar Bello also applauds the initiative and assured UNICEF that his administration will fulfill its end of the bargain. Now, staying with developments and agreements, the Benue State government has given approval for the completion of the Central Bank of Nigeria's Enterprise Development Center for the North Central region. The approval was given at an Executive Council meeting chaired by Governor Samuel Ortom in response to the growing demand of youth and women seeking to earn a living through small and medium enterprises. This report looks at the current growth and impact of SMEs in Benue State.
Non-release of the host state's counterpart funds has stalled work at the Central Bank of Nigeria's North Central Enterprise Development Center in Makurdi for months. Despite the setback, the center has managed to train over 4,000 entrepreneurs. Now it appears the center's fortunes are about to change.
The approval that the Benue State Executive Council, through His Excellency the Governor of the state, has given is to complete the hostels, workshops, and other allied structures that are ongoing.
The Enterprise Development Center has organized an induction program for some of its graduating students with a short training on how to access funding for SME growth. For this building materials entrepreneur, funding and machinery are the major challenges.
The biggest thing that government should do is to empower people. Like me, my challenge is the capital. If government can empower me to have the capital, I can be equipped. I can't even think of government job because I know that I can make it through this.
I don't have the machine that it takes to make it, so I need to buy the machine. Then I've not registered with NAFDAC. I need money because I have to build a factory before NAFDAC can approve my product.
Unknown to some of the small-scale business owners, the Small and Medium Enterprise Development Agency of Nigeria in Benue State, along with the Microfinance Bank, have been helping out.
The federal government has budgeted 500 billion for social intervention programs. And SMIDAN is currently carrying out a needs assessment for cooperative societies so that we can empower them with equipment and some of the funding needs to help them overcome the challenges they have.
Besides approving funds, Benue State government also reveals that the World Bank has agreed to create a market structure for locally made goods from Benue State.
They have identified some exporters who want to partner with the Benue State government. So we hope that in no distant time we'll be able to incorporate the trading company, and all these products we key into that chain, and Benue will be showcased outside the world.
The impact and contributions of SMEs to Benue State's economy stands at 50% of the total amount of internally generated revenue. The CBN Enterprise Development Center will be handed over to the state government in 2018 to continue the growth and expansion of SME businesses in the state.
You're watching News Across Nigeria, where we keep you informed on what's happening across the Nigerian Federation. Coming up, the Minister of Niger Delta Affairs has given his word on looking into all the abandoned projects by the federal government in Imo State. Please stay with us.